Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful time, whatever the time is right now that you're watching this podcast. Today, we're going to discuss a very tough question that most of us don't know how to answer. You know, we think of it, we take it for granted. But it's a very important question that we should actually ask ourselves. We don't need to be asked in an interview. We need to ask ourselves first to get to know the answer. So, what is that question? That question is tell us a bit about yourself. Yeah, dude, that is the hardest question you can ever get in a job interview, let alone that your future depends on it, You have to know yourself. Most of us don't really know who they are. Let's be honest on that, okay? I personally, I don't know who I am, but I know what I want to be. There's two different things, between knowing who you are and wanting to be someone. So I watched a very interesting video the other day. One of my friends shared with me, and it was just like a voiceover, just like this, yeah, probably from a podcast or something. But yeah, the video was very visually appealing and also very interesting. The guy was talking about the human race and why is it that we can't define ourselves, like who are you, what are you, we are on the top, like of the food chain, so we're the smartest of all beings on earth. That means we're like, like the smartest, basically the most genius on planet Earth. So, how do you define a being that, like that is so incredible? This creation of the human race, it's so incredible that we define ourselves with our feelings and emotions and what we do for a living, or things like that. No, that's not the real question of tell us about yourself. That's the answer to something else. But if you take, by the way, I'm quoting this from the video, but I mean, not as accurate as it is because I don't remember most of it. But I'm just telling you what I thought about it. Also, what is being said in that video. Later on, maybe I can share it in the, put it in a link down below if I find it again. So yeah, so in the video is just it's explaining that when you define yourself by what you do and your feelings and your emotions, that's not really you. Take all that away. Then what are you? If I say I'm happy, I am nice, I am a good person, then take all these things away. Then what are you? Ask yourself the same question. What are you? This is it's it's an it opens up your mind to something new, that that you're a part of this, this giant thing that I I don't even know how to explain. It's crazy because most of us don't really think of it like that. But that video was really eye-opening for me. Um, you know, uh, Open your eyes to see the world, that we all exist. Maybe we're angry at each other. As us humans, we think that other humans are stupid, but we really are not. It's that we define each other by our actions and our feelings and emotions. So if we take all these things away, then what are we, dude? This is deep, I know. But you have to understand that, take this into consideration when you're about to tell who you are. It might, spark something in your brain, and you get to know yourself better before answering that question. So I'm in that journey right now. I am discovering myself. But to those of you who are interested in my history, which I'm going to talk about, that's not telling you about myself. That's basically telling you about my history, where I'm from, what I did, how I am, what I'm doing now. So let me start. I was born in Baghdad, okay, in 1994 specifically, uh, and you know, uh, when I was a kid, we visited Duhok a lot, and my uncle's house was here, and we also had a house here anyways. We would come and visit, every summer from school. We would come here to Duhok, and then, back and forth every year. Baghdad, Duhok, Baghdad, Duhok. Until, like 2003, then we moved to Duhok permanently. And yeah, I started going to school here, and everything changed, and it was very sad. It was a sad experience for me that I had to leave all my friends there. That like I found later on a Facebook group of our old school in Baghdad, which was nice, very nostalgic. But yeah, so this is my history. I'm from Duhok, but I'm originally from Duhok, but I was born in Baghdad. And if you want to go to the specifics, well, I'm from a village. It's called Peda in Kurdish. So I am basically Peidawi. And yeah, it falls under the section of Miziri. If you know, you know. So yeah, that's my history, dude. That's where I'm from. So now we move into what I do for a living. You know, that's something else. That's my achievements, what I've done. How did I get there? So I am a full-time food photographer, a freelancer food photographer. What I do is basically, actually, product photography as well. I've done quite a bit of that too. So product and food photography, both of them. It's really interesting to get into a business like this because you need to be extremely creative and you need to steal a lot of ideas from the internet. That's for sure. I've done that, been there. But then you reach a certain level when you're like, I don't really want to copy anybody. I just want to make up shit. I just want to make something creative, and you squeeze the shit out of your brain and nothing comes out. Then, all of a sudden you're talking to a friend about something, and then something sparks in your brain and you're like, oh, this is a great idea. So what I do, usually when an idea comes in, I just write it down on my phone's notes, and it's incredible the things that if you really type it down, you can never forget it later. So it's actually great. It comes to me when I'm talking to my friends, having a conversation that has nothing to do with that idea, but it just comes in. It is very weird, but that's how it works for me, at least. You guys, you tell me, like, coming from a background of, like, I was born in Baghdad, and then I was raised in Duhok. So does that make me different? Does that make me, like different from the rest of the Kurds? Because I usually get that, people tell me that you look different. Is it because I was born there? Because I mean, this is my genetics. My parents, both of them are Kurds, and both of them are actually, from the same village that I was talking about. Um, you know, so we all belong to the Hook, to be honest with you. So I don't understand why that people tell me I'm different. Is it because of the way I wear my clothes or something? I don't know. But you tell me your opinion. Why do people think that I'm different? When they see me in checkpoints, or like, they speak to me in Arabic or something. Maybe I look like an Arab. I don't know. I don't know. I don't see the difference between Arabs and Kurds in terms of like physical appearance, to be honest with you. But anyways, um, touching down on me being a photographer is, um, how did that start, dude? My goodness, I have to tell you about this. How did that start? I was in the American University, and there was this. There's one time that I wanted to make. Okay, it was a business plan, and then instead of giving a boring presentation, I made a video on a website. I can't even remember the name of the website, but that website allowed you to do like little tiny animations that you can make faces move and whatnot, like puppets. So that video, I made it, and then the IT guys come in, because they want to, I asked for help so that they would help me to put the video up on a data show and projector, and the what's his name, Mr. Said. I still remember him. I asked my friend yesterday. I was like, dude, that dude was amazing, you know? He was originally from Persia, Iran, and he was just an amazing human being, dude. He was just incredible. So he came in and he watched my video and he was like, you know what, Hassan, one day you're gonna be a great video maker, you know? And that just fucking made me so happy. But I was like, I don't really think so, you know? Like, I was not that confident. I was like, yeah, that's some stupid shit. I just did it for fun, you know? But he understood that the idea, you know, my idea of that video was insanely clever. And then he thought that this guy, if he does that for, you know, like a couple of years, he's going to be a pro in it. And he was fucking right. I'm not kidding. I started making videos, and now when I look at my videos back then, you know, they were shit, but you know, like I started somewhere, and that was in 2014, dude. I'm not sure if it was 15 or 14. But anyways, 2014, 2015, doesn't matter. That's when I started my photography journey, videography and photography journey. So, yeah, Mr. Saeed, man, if you're listening to this, you know, I have so much respect for you, and you are the reason why I am here right now because you motivate me, and I appreciate that. I'll keep appreciating it till I die, dude. Thank you so much for that. You know, like that motivation. Sometimes you know it's really weird. You just get somebody to tell you something nice, and then it boosts your energy, and you're all of a sudden extremely creative, and you want to do stuff. You know, appreciation is nice, especially for artists. You know, like us artists understand that you know being appreciated is more important than even gaining money from your business. You know, so yeah, dude, that just changed my life.